Hey Joy, how you doing? I got your work lined up here, your two PDFs and your two PSDs. So let's take a look at these PDFs. So here's your before and here's your after, and then you have your other PDF, which is this guy, but here's your before and here's your after. So what I'm seeing here is that in this one, I'm seeing some really posterized effects here, where these pixels are becoming grouped to the point where they're starting to reduce the amount of colors in the transition between those colors. And that's called posterizing, and I think it's because you either have a posterized effect on there or because you're pushing the vibrance too much in your image. So that's the after. This is the before, and I'm going to definitely see the color change in the water. But I think some pixel changes came along for the ride. We'll look at the PSD in a second, see what's going on. Again, in this one, we'll take a look at let's take a look at those Photoshop documents right now. And let's go right over here. And in this one here, you can see all I have here is the, okay. It's just layer 0. There's no adjustment layers, or none of your work has been shown here. Okay, so this is not, you have not maintained editability in this file. So that's a problem. I would need to see your adjustment layers in here, like you have here. Now, in terms of what you've done here in this image here, now you've added some smart filters, but you haven't necessarily given me any adjustment layers, and that's what we're doing. Do smart filters and adjustment layers do the same thing? Yes, they can accomplish the same thing. However, we're scaffolding off these skills that we learn each week, so we need to start accordingly, and that's with adjustment layers. Let me show you how I would do this with adjustment layers. I think the first thing let me turn off your smart filter. So that's what you start with, okay? Now, the first thing I would do with this image here is I would say, or I would pull out my adjustments, and I'm going to start a levels adjustment here. And I think you're going to watch what happens when I pull out this. This is called a histogram, and this is all in your reading. So the issues that I see with this image here are that this is too dark, and this is really bright. So at the risk of blowing out pixels, meaning pure black or pure white, we need to adjust around that. Otherwise, we just have this silhouette, and it's not a good image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right slider, and I'm going to pull it to the left a little bit. And I'm just going to do that to try to get a little detail in these cloud areas. But watch that sunrise, because when I pull it too far, that gets completely blown out to pure white. So just a touch there. Now, I can't pull the dark slider in any because it's already a dark image, so I'm going to leave that alone. However, this mid-range slider needs to come to the left a little. Watch the detail come right back into this image when I pull this image slider to the left. See that? Now we're starting to approach a usable image, okay? That, not usable. That, yes, we're starting to get some detail, and that's what we want. You never want to have an image that's showing either pure black or pure white. You always want, if it does, if you can't pull any detail out of those dark shadow areas, consider using a different image, okay? I'm not saying this is ready yet. It still needs some work, but that's what an adjustment layer is, okay? Adjustments right here, okay? Excellent job. If you have any questions, please get with me.